What the dog doing?
Hello! Ah, and Einstein is immediately having zoomies. What the? What are you? Hello? Jesus! Hello, how you doing? Final Fantasy? Yeah, fuck you! What the hell? Hello, Jade! Hello, Yumi! Congratulations on getting first, Yumi! Congratulations! Hello, Kitsune! Hello, Fuzzy! Hello, Lingo Echo! You better be ready! Hello, Ash! Hi, hi, hi! Good to see you! Welcome in, welcome in! Oh, Xian, as always, thank you so much for the lark. I appreciate you. Amon, why are you hating on Final Fantasy, huh? Also, hold on, I completely forgot something. Why not? Because you play it almost every day, I bet. Don't you? How are you guys? I'm dying. I'm not feeling great, but my drawing stuff is currently charging, and I was like, you know what? I kind of want to play Final Fantasy for a bit, since we have a new event happening right now, and I figured I might just stream that. I'm not sure how long I will be live today, but I figured it's better than nothing. Before I completely die anyways. Exactly, so I can hate on it. Honestly, fair. Very fair. Can't really say anything against it. It's like League players, right? They play it all day, every day, but they still hate it. Retro!
Kermit
Hi!
Groove.
Kermit Grove. Hello, Retro. Thank you for the Prime sub. Thank you, thank you. How are you guys? Is it hot where you guys live as well? Also, hold on. Give me a second. I'm gonna put some Cats TV on for Lucy. Hold on, hold on. What do you want to watch today, Lucy? I can feel the moist. Let's go. Hello, Fungi. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna put some Cats TV on for my cats real quick so they are distracted. What do you guys want to watch today? Hmm? Let me see. Farming the Fates right now? Wait, you know, I'll figure it out. Never mind, I'll figure it out. Do you mean the... Wait, does this event have a fate somewhere? And not just the gold saucer stuff? Yeah, this week has been pretty hot, right, Ash? It's incredible. I don't know why it's aggressive though, because of the heat, Fungi, because of the heat. The heat makes me so fucking aggressive, guys, it's not even funny. Hallo Foxy, Bruder, einmal Döner mit alles bitte? Okay, okay. Aber ohne Tomaten bitte. I don't know which event is on even. Oh, the Make It Rain one, where you get extra MGP and stuff. And you get the cutest backpack in this event. Hold on, I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys what I'll show you guys what I want today. Who sent it? Yeah, Alpha sent it to me. Hold on. I need this so badly. Hello? Blah blah blah. The backpack? Wait, what do you mean it's bugged? Let me make a new source for this. It was bugged? Oh, why was it bugged? Look how cute this backpack is. I want this one. I want this one today. Also, oh god, I'm already losing my voice. Another relinquish. Thank you so much for the follow, by the way. Welcome in. Sorry, somehow, for some reason, it doesn't show me on my activity feed that you followed. But I what? Einstein, what are you doing? I remember seeing the alert at least. The otter is so cute, right? Okay, hold on. How long does Make It Rain go? I can tell you. Hold on. It goes until June 24th. So you have a whole month. Well, almost a whole month to just do it. Okay, hold on. Let me finish setting up the stuff for the cats real quick. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Okay. Alright, we should be Gucci. He's such a little gentleman, so adorable, right? I love him. I love him so much. Okay, hold on. Let me catch up on chat. Hold on. Let me scroll up. I have been a puddle for the past few days. It's too warm. I feel you, Retro. I have not been feeling well. It's awful. It's genuinely awful. You know what? Oh, Yumi is working on Minecraft stuff. Thank you for the lark, Yumi. I'm a play some Minecraft later today as well. Like at night, probably. Let me see. Tomato, yum. Yeah, tomatoes are good, just not in sandwiches. I was hugging my ice cream to cool down. Oh my god, I can picture it too. Mach Tomaten oder ich schreibe online Worte. Okay, mach du mal. Let me see. Okay, bugged backpack. I don't think redeems are working. They should be. Wait, what did he redeem? Oh yeah, hold on. Hold on, I know why. I know why. I know why they are not working. Ugh. Hold on, I have to. If my stream crashes, it's Mix It Up fault. Just so you know. Fucking hell. I hate that I have to update shit for it to work. This update is required for you to use it. Fuck you. Suck my dick. When the patch came, some people had it in their inventory. Oh, I see. It had the same idea as another parasol thing? I see. Oh, yeah, we have a translation thingy here. Another relinquish. Relinquish, what do you want me to call you? Can I just call you Relinquish? or do you have a preferred nickname? Hello, mix it up. Oh my god, don't tell me shit is dying right now, dude. Don't tell me. Just want to play games, but my room instantly becomes a heat trap. Yeah, I'm already regretting starting stream. It's already way too hot. I'm not gonna be online for a long. I am not gonna be online for as long as usually. I can already tell. Okay. Okay. Also, Relinquish, the translate thingy does have a cooldown, so it doesn't always work, unfortunately. So, if you can, please just type in English, if possible. It would be a lot easier. It's not the best bot. I'm also getting rid of the bot very soon, because it's now subscription based, and I don't want to pay a subscription for it. Thunderstorm set in. I want a thunderstorm right now, honestly. Okay, hold on. Let me fix the redeem stuff real quick. Subbot is bad, yeah. The only reason why I still have it is because I was one of the first users of it, so they gifted me like a free 1-year subscription. But after that, I don't think I want it. I don't think I'm gonna subscribe to it, I'm gonna be real. Everything is fucking subscription based and I hate it. Sad that it is a support? Yeah, it is a bit unfortunate. But you know, it is what it is. Another, I think, would be easier to say, but use what you prefer. Okay, I can also call you another. I can work with anything. I'm scared of thunderstorms. I love thunderstorms. They relax me in a really weird way, and I don't really know why. It's like liminal spaces. They relax me too, while it terrifies other people. I fucking love thunderstorms. They're weirdly calming. Right? Okay. Yesterday we had a storm roll through here. I didn't even notice till I opened the door to the toilet and heard super loud thunder. Jeez. Oh man, I would die for a storm right now. I need some rain. Okay, it should be loaded now. Let me see. Oh, another and Kitsune. I'ma refund your points real quick. Since my redeems didn't work. Hold on. Another did. Spray bottle. Where the fuck that one is. There it is. Okay, refund. And Kitsune did cat. Oh, no need to do that. No, I will. I don't want to scam you guys.
Drink water, you dehydrated butt.
Thank you, I'll drink in a second. There we go, you guys have your points back. I forgot to refill my water. I'm gonna have to do that very soon. And yes, everyone's hydrate, please. Stay safe in this weather. Yesterday a thunderstorm passed by, not even a single drop of water. Oh no. You know what? That's not as pleasant then. Since my basement flooded during a thunderstorm and destroyed a lot of stuff I stored there, they unsettle me. Okay, you know, that is very fair. That is very fair. I've had my fair share of flooded basements. It's not fun. It's absolutely not fun. Now everything is like, you know, made in a way that it wouldn't flood anymore unless it's like really, really bad. So now at least now it doesn't matter. Thank you. I need that. But yeah. No, dealing with a flooded basement is not fun. Never again, if I can help it. Wait, I know what I wanted to test out. Hold on. I'm sorry about this. Okay, at least this one is working. Okay, let me put this away. Let me grab some water real quick, and then I'ma do the quest. Give me just a second. Jesus Christ. It's so hot in this room already. Holy fuck. I'm gonna die. Dude, it's not even June yet and it's already hot as hell. We're currently playing Just Chatting? I don't think we are. Let me switch over to Final Fantasy. Thing is, it flooded because my neighbor blocked the drain with their washing machine. You cannot be serious. I hope the neighbor paid for all of the damages. Did he? I hope he did. I would crash out. Hold on. No, I don't want my alerts right now. There they are. Okay, I got my YouTube alerts again. Hold on, let me just make sure. Okay. I got them working now. I get to chill for 8 minutes before I leave for work. Hell yeah. 8 whole minutes. For legal reasons, I give consent for you to kidnap me, Ellie. Would that still count as kidnapping? Asking for a friend. I mean, why go to work anyways? Just watch my stream. It's fine. You can make money in other ways. Hold on, my glasses are so dirty right now. Because I touched them by accident. Okay, we want to do the Make It Rain stuff today. Well, if you say... Hello, Elf. How are you, Elf? It's been a while since I've seen you. Okay. Let me move. Hello? There we are. There we are. Wait, I need to... Hold on, I need to block the chat box. We're just using we're just gonna use the March stuff for it. Whatever. Hold on. That works. That works. Okay, I'm currently camping out at a friend's place. This is Kami's house. Because my house got demolished. And I'm actually not really that sad about it, because at least now I don't feel forced to log in all the time. Right, it starts in sand. Yeah, you gotta go to Ul'dah first, I think. Actually, hold on. First we do. I've never actually checked out the inside of his house. I'm very curious right now. Hi, Singer, how are you? It's been a while, how are you? I am dying from the heat, Elf. Why am I inside a bed? Oh. Wait, this is kind of cute. Thank fuck she didn't ruin my... I will ruin your house. I still have permissions for your house, right? Yeah, I do. I'm doing good, just waking up. Good morning. I hope you slept well. Wait, his house is so cute. This is actually a whole vibe. Oh, that's adorable. You've done the upstairs? Okay, hold on. Faye! Hello, Faye. Pee on the floor. I got you. Let me pee on the floor. Let me give it a proper housewarming party. There we go. And now we're doing the same in Amon's house. It's very fucking basic. It's okay. It's just like you then. That works out. Also, Faye, how are you? I miss you. I love you. Guys, this is Amon's house. The outside is pretty cute. Hi, Ali. How are you? Some things never change. You're right. Oh. Oh. Wait, it's cute. Oh my god, let me shoot. There we go. Oh, I already... It's true. I already entered something. In... Can I do it again? Let me in. Oh shit, we have a boy in here now. Look at him. Fish. Been on a weird hermit journey? I feel you, Faye. I feel you. But I'm glad you're doing good. I'm glad. Oh my god, his little eyes. Wait, he's actually so cute. Alright. Have some nutrition. He looks so happy, right? He looks happy to be here. More fish! Cute. Of course you have an aura servant. Of course you do, fucking pervert. There you go. The bat too. And I'm a pee in your shoes as well. What's this? Oh, that's sick, actually. Buns are not a... Why not a bunny? Okay, let's go do the quest. Don't come in her kitchen. It's okay, it's extra nutrition. Bye, Fuzzy. Have a good day at work. Be safe. There's people outside. Hi, Super. Hi, hi, hi. What a hater. You know it, Edwards. You know it. No, honestly, I love Aura girls. They're so cute. Let's check out some people. I am not... I've seen... some cute clothing that I don't know where to get. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, Final Fantasy, yeah. Wait, Super, you just started playing Final Fantasy? Which server? Wait, you're probably US, right? On US servers? I don't think I want to read this. I'm gonna be so real with you. Actually, wait. Wait, which data center are you? Balmung, probably. That's crazy, Amon. Oh wait, you're German? I'm not German. I only speak German. I live in Austria, though. That's the better Germany. Everyone I know is on... Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Woman. What? What is it? What? No. Hello? Wait, hold on. I need to fix something. Nothing good comes from Austria. That's not true. Not entirely. Germany part 2. Fuck you guys. Austria is the better Germany. Austria brought the doom to Germany. I don't know about that. Yes, Edward, he did. But we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. Austria brought a lot of good things. That's not that. You know? You have good classical music because of us. You have good chocolate. You have croissants. I'ma just you have a lot of baked goods because of us, okay? I'ma just say that. You have so many good bakeries because of us now. I'm just saying. We brought good things to the world. Scary Austrian painter, that's crazy. She's an artist as well, maybe that's... Jade! I'm not going for world domination. Unlike him, I actually got into art school. You have nothing to fear when it comes to me. Hello, Creely! Hello, hello! Just stopping by to say that you are so beautiful, so funny, so I'm... No, you! No. All 10 folds back to you, Creely. And good morning to you as well. It's good to see you. Do you have a beautiful view from the mountains looking at everyone? Actually, yeah. I have a beautiful view here. Obviously, I can't show it because I don't want to dox myself. But yeah, it's pretty beautiful. No Uno reverses allowed. What? I don't agree to that. But yes, guys. Don't worry, guys. I got into art school. It's all good. Oh, your great-grandma is from Germany? Cool. Edwards, do you speak German too, or nah? How can you dox yourself when you're in the middle of nowhere? You are not wrong, another. But there are some crazy fucking people out there that could probably still point out where I live. So I am not gonna risk that. I'm not risking that, bro. Europe is safe, yeah. But it's all good, it's all good. I don't think I'm the person you guys have to worry about. In this day and age, I'm gonna be real with you. Hold on, let me change my... Oh. Imagine... Yeah, exactly. That one geoguesser dude, he scares me. I'm terrified of him. Like, how does he do it? I tried in high school, but it sucks. But I suck when it comes to languages. I feel you. I feel you. Honestly, I wasn't good at languages in school either. English was actually one of the reasons why I failed school to begin with. But it's probably because I also had Spanish and French. I'm not sure how they expected me to learn 3 languages at the same time, I'm gonna be real with you. That was a bit overkill. But at least I know English now. I guess that's pretty cool. That's pretty dope. Gonna find your location using 2 pixels like Rainbolt. Do you? Fuck you, Amon. Fuck you. My English grade was disastrous. I never did my homework. Oh, hello, Cheese Man. Hello, how are you? Like, see, I actually tried. I tried doing my homework. Wait, is that Ava? Oh my god, hold on. Shit, I can't... Let me... I'm not reading this. Hold on. Hold on, Ava! Oh my god. Hello! Look at these cuties. And it's... Oh my god, look, guys, it's Jade. It's Jade. It's my beautiful wife. That emote was right a little bit. I was a bit too close, but I swear it's a cute emote. But yeah, honestly, I tried to be good in school, but it just didn't work out for me. The way schools teach people just doesn't work for me at all. That's why I taught myself English just fine when I was at home. Wait, it's Amon. Crazy. I'll piss on you. But yeah, at least I know English now. That's all I need anyways. At least you didn't learn Italian, that would have been horrible. Honestly, my uncle wanted me to learn Italian because I have a lot of Italian, like, what do you call it, relatives? But I'm like, nah. I mean, they all already know German anyways. Why the fuck would I need to learn Italian? It's too much. I already learned French for the sake of my fucking family. I'm not gonna go for Italian as well. It's fucking crazy. Fucking insane. I don't even use French now. I don't even use Spanish now, even though I kind of want to learn Spanish again. I kind of want to pick it back up. But French? Fuck no. It doesn't work either here, but I still want to continue university. I mean, yeah. Like, working on your education is always a good thing. Always. Spanish? Yeah, Nibby. I really want to pick it back up. Like, I've been saying that for like 5 years and I haven't done it yet. Maybe one day I will do it. One day I will do it, I promise. My German teacher felt bad for me because he saw me always studying when everyone was goofing off, so he passed me when I should have failed. Oh my god, Edwards, that's actually really sweet. I mean, at least he saw that you were trying, right? A lot of teachers literally just ignore that. They completely ignore how hard you try. I know Spanish, so I kind of want to learn Italian. Oh, I mean, yeah. I think if you know Spanish, picking up Italian could be pretty easy. Because they have a lot of similarities. Italian, unfortunately, is horrible to learn from someone not Italian, so I'm fortunate that it is my home language. Fair, very fair. A for effort? I mean, yeah. Or at least a passing grade, you know? But that backfired because my English is not great. So far, your English has been great, though. Like, I have no trouble understanding you, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters, right? Look at these scoopers. Okay, Retro, be safe out there. Be safe. Yo, what up, chat? Look. Eva and Clank said hello to you guys. Oh shit, hold on, we have another streamer here. When it comes to, hold on guys, we're meeting another streamer right now. Oh my god, hold on, I want to say hello. I want to say hello. Yo, what up? Hello. Hi, Clank. What up? What up? Collab situation, like impromptu collab, imagine. Wait, hold on. Someone asked, chat, should I divorce my wife to play games more? What do we think? What do we think, chat? Should he divorce his wife? Yes? Crazy. Chat says yes. Do it. Okay, hold on. I wanna meet. Nibby, don't cry. The wife will understand. Yeah. Surely. Surely the wife will understand. Okay, there we go. Wait, it's another VTuber.
What the dog doing?
Hold on. Hello. That's so funny. Dude, what's the chances of bumping into another VTuber while they're alive on 14? That is so
What the
funny.
dog doing?
That is so funny. Hold on. Stick, right? Welcome in, everyone. Doing? Thank you for the follows, everyone. Welcome in. Good to meet you. Hold on. Let me give you a shout. Yumi, can you give Chloe a shout out? Please, please. Thank you. That is so funny, bro. Get follow. Get follow. Alright. Oh, hold on. Let me close this. That is so cute. Oh my god.
What the dog doing?
Oh my god, her bunny girl is so cute, dude. Oh my god. Thank you so much for the follow, guys. Hello, hello, welcome in. Welcome in, everyone.
What the dog doing?
That is so funny. Oh, hi, Rhea. Hi. Don't run away.
What the dog doing?
That is so funny, dude. Your model is adorable, thank you.
What the dog doing?
Thank you, thank you. Dude, this is the funniest thing ever.
What the dog doing?
Oh my goodness. By the way, from the thumbnail of your channel and the waiting start of the live, I would have thought your model would have been scary. I mean, I am primarily a spooky VTuber, but I like to play the cozy stuff as well every now and then. I am definitely horror themed. I definitely am. I do primarily play horror games. You have been invaded by cabbages? That's crazy. Hold on. There's so much going on in my ear right now. There we go. Ellie is scary. Ava, what do you mean? I've never been scary to you. Oh, that's such a cute outfit. I like your chill one. Yeah, I mean... gee, hold on. I have something in my eye. But yeah, I like both cozy and horror games. They're both very fun. To others. Very fair, very fair. But yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, me too, me too. Okay, guys. Let's actually get this quest started. Okay, let's see. What did the dude want from me? Let me read through this real quick. Okay, wait, let's... Oh my god, he spoke a lot. I don't actually care that much. Horror genre? Yeah. What do you prefer, to be precise? I don't really like... I'm very much into backrooms games. So I like the atmospheric horror more than like those cheap jump scares. Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah, we can do that. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, I like the atmospheric stuff a lot more. I'm only like recently diving into mascot horror a little bit. I'm playing Poppy Playtime on my YouTube. I'm not streaming that one because I don't want kids coming into my stream and trying to, you know, spoil the whole thing. And psychological horror is also very cool. Yeah. Wait. I was just about to do the same thing. I was gonna send you a friend request. But yeah, if it's like a game with like super cheap jump scares and all that, it's not really my cup of tea because jump scares don't really get me. Like, I'm very neutral when it comes to that. So if a game can like make me scared just by the atmosphere and stuff like that, or like honestly like make me question myself, that's the best type of thing. That's what I enjoy the most. Why does my controller feel weird? Let me walk around a bit. Something feels off. So every new game... Honestly, I have not looked at new games these days. I have a thing going where I don't spend money on new games this year. I've only bought one new game, which was Paralives, which is not a horror game, it's just a Sims contender. And I just played it in my private time. But yeah, I don't really pay attention to the new games coming out this year because I'm gonna be so real with you. 90% of them feel like fucking AI slop, and I'm not into that. I'm already heavily against Gen AI as is. But when you put it in a game and make it cheap, like every game that uses Gen AI just feels cheap as fuck. Call me a hater, but it's true. I think it's best to let blah blah blah. Okay. Oh my god, he has the backpack. I want the backpack. Oh my god, they all have the backpack. I mean, the price of many at releases, and that's true. That's true. Fucking games cost so much money these days, and they're just broken. They just release everything broken. My beloved simulation games have been infected with AI. Fucking hell, dude. Oh my god, the otters. Oh my god, they're so cute, bro. AI itself is the reason of RAM shortages and for the increased price of consoles. Dude, did you see how much a Steam Deck costs now? They raised the price by like $250 or something like that. It's insane. It's like actually crazy. It pisses me off. Fuck Gen AI, yeah, honestly. Globetrotter otters. I've seen their like before, but now I feel like as though I've been missing out my whole life. If we go to the Gold Saucer, we may encounter more of those furry little gentlemen. I suppose it has been a while since my last visit. Oh my god, I love the otters. Give me your backpack right now. Ajisai, she and her okay. I'm sorry for not reading it out loud today, guys. I'm trying to preserve my energy. But I honestly never really cared too much for the Make It Rain stories, so... you know. 300 more than 1 tera? Man. Why I said 100? I didn't even notice. I didn't even notice you said that. It makes me so sad to see the price increase, but I know Steam held out as long as they could. Yeah. Honestly, it's kind of sad that everyone is blaming Steam for doing it too. Like, everyone is shit-talking them. And I'm like, do you realize that Steam has literally no control over the costs of the fucking parts that they need to build those fucking consoles? Like, it's not their call to make. Yeah, it's not their fault. I don't like how Valve managed this news. Nintendo did it better for saying that months prior. That's... I mean, I guess so, yeah. Wait, you speak Otter? It honestly, it all goes back to AI. It's AI's fault that it's Gen AI's fault that we are in this mess. Nothing is affordable anymore. Okay. Thanks to AI Cax, we don't have Half-Life 3. I'm so pissed. Hi, Sailor. I hope you're okay. You're ready then? Excellent. Once you have donned your uniform and backpack, pray accompany Master Usosuke to... Okay. Usosuke is possessed of a keen instinct for locating crowds, but given the limits of his vocabulary, we'd like for you to speak in his stead and inform patrons. Okay. Yeah. So we gotta follow the other around and tell everyone to go to the gold saucer. Oh, guys, it's so hot. Oh, yeah, sure. This transformation. Yeah. Should the transformation... Yeah, it's always the same thing. Okay. Oh my god, I look cute! Hold on. I'm adorable. Look at my backpack. Wait, where am I going? Yeah, I was going the wrong way. There he is. Oh, hold on, wrong person. Oh my god, my brain is so fried from the heat, guys. Nintendo's one of those cartoon greedy evils that peak in price. Yeah. Price increases and exclusives. I will never forget the 90 euros for the physical copy. But saying this now instead of September is a good thing. So real. Me as fuck. At least I'm not alone. But yeah. It's crazy out there these days. I just hope that the bubble pops soon and we can go back to some sort of normalcy, because I am very tired of it. Okay, why? Okay, there we go. Isn't he sweet? I think he's trying to tell us something. They're having a festival at the Gold Saucer. Will they be more adorable? Yeah, of course. Chocobos are always a good selling point. Okay, we got one down. Microsoft and Sony will get their shit out of the toilet inevitably. Funding AI will be their downfall someday. Oh yeah, it's already happening. Companies are already regretting. Wait, Zeus skitters off in search of prospective patrons. Follow him to help spread... Yeah. Okay. Like, there's a lot of companies that already regret the money they invested in AI. Hi, Tokens, how are you? Dude, I cannot get over how cute this backpack is. Don't worry, the tech idiots will find another buzzword that will make our life miserable. You're so right. You are so right. Seen a classic creature in all my days. Have you some business with us? The Make It Rain campaign. Lord Godbard always did have a penchant for dressing up his mascots in dignified raiments. Yeah. You can gain. You would love Masked Rose Fashion Report. You would. You absolutely would. Remember NFTs? Yeah. Remember that shit show? I normally have no interest in gaudy amusement parks, but that sounds rather promising. Yeah, go do Fashion Report. Does any one of you know where people go to for the Fashion Report now? Like for like a list of items to wear? Where do people go for this nowadays? Same no, like I know the person that used to do them is retired from the whole thing. So I'm not sure who makes the lists now and posts them. They didn't die, they just they just said they didn't want to do it anymore. Hi Alpha, how are you? They gave it to someone else. Yeah, but who is it? Who did they give it to? Died. That's crazy. They didn't die. They are alive. They are alive and well. My god, guys. Congrats on your retirement, old man, for real. Meowny don't... Meow, okay. I guess I'm gonna watch him do it. I'm not a big fan of him, but... I guess if he's the only person, I'll go over there. Don't laugh. It's not my fault. Why not? 'Cause he milks stuff. Like crazy. He's milking stuff, like talks in circles a lot. It's kind of a chore to listen to him. You know, when it feels like a chore to listen to someone, that's how I feel like about him. Like I don't hate him or anything. I don't want to talk bad about him, but it's a bit exhausting sometimes. Now I can enjoy life for the next 80 years. You think you're gonna make it that far? You just want to get... Exactly. I want to get straight to the point. I love people that go straight to the point when they make tutorials. I don't want to sit... It's like the same thing with those fucking recipes on the internet these days. I don't want to hear about your fucking life story. Just give me the recipe. Like, is it that hard to just get straight to the point? Then tell me how much fucking flour I need and get the fuck out. You know? I'm sorry. It's just when you want to help people, I don't think the smart thing is to just talk in circles. You know what I mean? Like at that point, I know you're just there for the engagement and the view numbers and the viewer retention. Makes a 1-minute video. He makes 1 minute of information into a 10-minute video with the relevant stuff buried. Exactly. It's... I mean, I get why, right? I get why. But it's exhausting. It's very exhausting. At least make a short about it afterwards. You know. I don't want to hear about how your grandma used to get railed by jazz musicians. During the reconstruction. Just give me her recipe to the apple pie. Exactly. Fucking dying, bro. I don't need to know how your Bizu abuela rode the Oregon Trail to make cookies. That's the lore that gives the apple pie a plus. That's where the extra flavor is coming from. Oh my god, that's really funny. Today we're going to make a stew from 1800. 5 minutes. The history is from 5 minutes. This was changed when 5 minutes. The male horse cock. What? Hold on, what? Oh man.
Stupid.
Why am I... It was Alpha. Damn, I can't believe I'm getting attacked here for someone else's crimes. Alf, I told you, you cannot eat horsecock anymore. Get that out of the kitchen. I disassociated until you said that, and I was like... Covering the 1999 incident, huh? Yep. We shouldn't talk about that one, though. It's forbidden. After anthrax ravaged the villages, a lot of meat suddenly became available. became available. Oh my god. Horsecock is an important ingredient, you know? I bet it is. I bet it is. I ain't eating a 1800 stew. Oh, Retro, you're just in time for the horsecock discussion. Let's go. You can add some milk to that. Ah shit, we have ad break soon. Fuck. Okay, hold on. I am near that. Hold on, I want to get out of the cutscene. Milky horse phallus. Yummy. Just like the FF horsecock weapon. True. I kind of want that one just so I have it. Okay, we're out of the cutscene. Guys, I'm sorry. 3-minute ad is running. Twitch is forcing me to do it. I'm gonna just go piss while that happens. Do you guys want to guess? Do you guys want to have Gardic on stream? I'm sure you do, actually. Nibby is here, so I'm gonna put it on. Hold on. Just say you want a divorce? No such thing. Copy link. Okay. There you go, guys. Have fun guessing. I'll be right back.
Aggressively moist is crazy. A return. Senpai, hi, thank you for the resub. Wait, can you guys even hear? I don't think you can. Holy shit. Hold on.
I'm leaving. But Nivi, you did so well. Do one more. Do one more. There, now you can actually hear it. Oops. One more, guys. You can do it. Try harder. Nice. Very nice.
Warlock and Paladin? Hell yeah. Yeah, the timer has gone off. I'm just going to finish this quest and then we're going to do the next giveaway. It's so fucking cute. The Bishop of Palace Tuxedo was based on the Senior Saboteurs, was it?
What is the first one? The first. Damn, you guys did good. You guys did great. I'm proud of you. Nibi, you did great. Look at you. You're so good at this game. We'll play it more often, don't worry. That's clearly Goose. Why not accept Goose? No more. I'm not locked in today. Okay, no more. No more. No more today. I understand. You hate me and you want a divorce. It's okay. I get it. I get it. Let me fix my sound real quick. Okay, there we go. Woman, I swear. Actually, Nibi, I have the perfect image for you. I found that the other day and I was like, I'ma use that on Nibi. Whenever I get the chance. You will see this very often. Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me, Nibi? I love that one, me too. That is so fucking real, right? Wait, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the memes channel on the Discord. Hold on. So you guys can use it on your friends. There you go. Yeah, we have a Discord. Hold on, in case you want to try, you don't have to. But it's at least pretty nice to have like live notifications at least. But other than that, we just chill in there. Yoink. Oh my god, Nibi, that Discord frame is so cute. The loading thing? That's adorable. I like it. But yeah, if you want to join, you're more than welcome to. We're not super active in there. I'm more active in like other channels. But it's nice for live notifications and like the occasional meme and stuff. You also get PS emotes, so that's pretty nice. Ow. Okay. Oh, there we go. Hello. God, they are so cute. I cannot. They are so cute. Wait, let me give you this roll real quick. There, now you can chat. So this is the piss kick zone. My mother warned me about this place. Listen, there's no kinks happening here. It's just natural body fluids. Hi, Einstein. Hello. Chat, I drank too much milk. That's crazy. Rest in peace. It's Daddy. Welcome, my friend, to the Gold Saucer. I literally live here, but thank you. Yellow body fluid? Yeah. We just make sure you hydrate enough so you have a healthy piss. Oh my god, he's doing the... I love this little guy. A mammoth crafted in the likeness of our friends. Give it to me. Give him to me right now. I want him. Like, right now. I don't remember this kind of lemonade. That's crazy. I love this that he's only wearing shorts. Hi Einstein, what's up? What's up? Are you hungry? Hold on. Homie is super stoked on his own thighs, and from what I... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he is. Also, Senpai, hi, by the way. I hope you're doing well. Thank you again for the resub. I appreciate you. Okay, hold on, Einstein. I'm gonna give you some snackies. There you go. Go get it. What is Colonel Sanders doing, and why is he only in underwear? He's living his best life in FF14. Okay. I guess we're done with the quest. Hold on. Did I get my stuff? I did. I did. Okay, hold on. First we get the minion. Okay, how do I use it? Is it accessories? Wait, how does it work again? Oh my god, I love it! I have my backpack! I love it! I like that there's a lot of references and music remix. Oh yeah, like Final Fantasy XIV is like a love letter to all of the other Final Fantasies. We have a lot of crossovers here and like cameos and stuff like that. Okay. Senor Otter, awesome, right? I don't remember much of what I played, but I remember the Hildebrand stuff. So, the thing is, I actually have not done a lot of the Hildebrand quests on this account. So, maybe I'll actually do the Hildebrand quests on stream. I think my alt is actually, like my alt on NA servers is further into Hildebrand stuff than this one. Which is pretty crazy. Ace! Oh my god. Wait! No. Come back, come back. There we go. Now you can leave. Okay. Is there new extra stuff we can get? How much MGP do I have? I don't have a lot. Never mind. Never mind. Oh, there's a tournament right now. I don't want to join that though. I think I'm gonna wait for a gate. Whenever that one happens. FF6 was the one that I played more, but of all I just did the 5th, 6th and 7. The forbidden numbers. Oh no. Oh no, I said it. Shit. Ignore that. I didn't say anything just now. How long are you streaming today, Ali? Honestly, I'm already kind of dying from this heat that my PC is pushing down, so I'm not entirely sure. Why are you asking, Nibby? Nibby, are you streaming today? Don't clip that. Don't clip that. I'm banning you if you clip that. It's gonna clip it just because... Wait. Oh. Wait, there's a VTubers of FF14? Wait, why am I in here? Oh my god, wait, that's so cool. Holy shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Shade started a link shell for us. That's so cool. I don't want to miss Ellie time. Nibby, start stream right now. Do it right now. Yeah, right, go live right now. I miss you. Do it. Oh man, I can't even go fishing. Because it's not time for ocean fishing yet. Can I do anything else? Oh, actually, guys. As you know, I have a little baby niece. And, she is almost 3 years old now. And I let her create a character in Final Fantasy XIV. Do you want to see it? I made her my retainer. Look how cute she is, bro. Wait. Can I... Hold on. Isn't she adorable? Hold on, I have a picture of it too. She's such a small bean. Is it in my pictures folder? Yeah, it is. That's the character she made. Isn't it fucking adorable, bro? It's so cute, dude. She had a lot of fun with it. She had so much fun. Maybe she'll start playing it at some point because of that experience. I would be so proud. Oh my god, since when are Loporits here? Huh. Hello. Why did I get a... You know what? I take it. Oh wait, it's the... Oh my god, it's in the link... Oh my god, hold on. It's the same link shell. Hello. Hold on. Oh my god, they're actually so cute though. Like the Loporits. For how long have you been playing Final Fantasy? I mean, I've played... I've had, like... I've very shortly played, like, when it first came out. Like, before Realm Reborn and everything. Like, way back in the day, before the game died. And, wait. I want to see where that leads us. So I guess you could say I'm like an OG, but I didn't really play much back then. Because I had a really, really bad computer and it didn't play very well. Oh wait, you... Oh my god! What are they doing here? Wait, that's so cool. But yeah, I started it back up when Heavensward dropped though. Like mid-Heavensward, I think. That is so cool. I wonder if there's more people here that just show up. But when's the next gate? What is the next gate? Of course it's Leap of Faith, my least favorite. Yeah, I still actually have my beta account back before the unfucking. I don't have it anymore. I think it's like an old, it's like tied to an old email I don't even have anymore. It's so insane, I don't know when that dropped. How long ago was it? That's like 10 years ago now or so. 8 years? 7 years? I don't know. A long, long time. I'm old. Wait, hold on, let me see. Hold on. 1.0 release date. Oh shit, it's way longer than that. That released in like 2010. Holy shit. 16 years? Holy fuck, bro. Okay, it's around 15 and a half years. Holy shit. I am old. Holy fuck, bro. Yeah, honestly, yeah. Put me in the urn already. You've been playing for 6... I mean, not consistently, but... I played it first 16 years ago, yeah. Yeah, I guess you could say that. I was 4 when it got... That's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Wait, when does this one start? Hold on. And thus sadness covers me like a blanket. Tuck me in and let me die. I mean, you're not a dinosaur, but damn. I mean, yeah. I'm not, like, genuinely... Being, like, 32 is not old. It's not old. But, like, compared to a lot of people I meet on the internet, it's definitely older. Sometimes it feels like I'm fucking talking to fetuses. 32, yeah. I'm 32. I just turned 32, actually. You're right, Ellie was around before the dino... Well, according to my community right here, I'm fucking 460 years old. But, you know. Don't listen to them, Ellie, you're ancient. You know what? Fuck you guys. Honestly, fuck you. Whatever, bro. Wait till you hit 36. What happens at 36 tokens? I'm scared. I'm scared. Hold on, I'm typing something. You become 36 at 36. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Ow. I'm getting pinches of salt. Everything. Wait, what do you mean? In your beard and stuff? How does that work? Oh my god, now I'm excited for 36. I wonder what happens when I get there. Gray, I mean, I started getting gray hairs when I was like 16, so that's nothing new for me. I can live with that. I already have a lot of gray streaks anyways. Getting salty about being old? Crazy, crazy. What was I gonna say? I forgot. If you want to feel better, my sister's like 19 years older than me. Wow, that's a huge difference for siblings. That's actually a huge age difference for siblings. Holy shit. I thought the 8 years I have on my brother are already crazy. That's wild. Wait. Ow. Ugh. Oh, they're so cute. Hold on, let me check something. I have a sister who is over 20 years older? Holy hell! Yeah, you know what? I guess the 8 years I have on my brother is nothing. I always thought that's already a huge gap between ages when it comes to siblings, but I guess I was completely wrong. Holy. It's crazy, me and my oldest sibling is only 3 years? Yeah, I thought that was like the norm. Holy shit. First you start forgetting what you're going to say, then you leave the kid at the mall on accident, cops show up, it's a whole thing, or so I've been told. Well, thank fucking god I don't have kids. I don't want to forget it at the mall by accident. And me, 36, I'm not the youngest? Holy. Wait, so what's your youngest... How old is your youngest sibling tokens? I'm 17 years older than my young... Holy shit, dude. You guys are blowing my mind right now. That's actually insane to me. No way. At least mom and dad still got the spark. You're right. Hold on, my cats are fighting. Einstein. Ay, ay, ay. It's fine, the people that hang out by the sporting goods store are pretty good characters. Not wrong. Imagine your parents saying that you 20 are going to be a sister. Yeah, see, that is like... That's insane to me. Like, imagine you're already like 20 years old. And then your mom comes up to you and tells you that you can expect a sibling. That is like insane to me. That is crazy. I mean, I'm not judging, by the way. Like, if people want to have kids, hell yeah. But must be kind of a bit of a shock to suddenly just hear that. Okay, which one is it? Oh god. Final Fantasy has Casino Bunny. Yeah. Gold Saucer Bunny girls. Time to not see shit, dude. you all move? Oh my god, bro. Thank you. Ah, shit. My sister's 18 years young. Holy shit, man. Yeah, you know what? I'm never gonna say anything about our age gap in my family. Holy shit. Can I get up, please? Oh my god. There we go. I hate this one with a passion. I thought Guild Wars 2 jump puzzles suck. Honestly, the jumping puzzles in this game are not great. There's so many invisible walls. Ah, shit. I'm gonna start from the beginning. Do I still get... I don't remember. Do I still get points if I lose? Oh my god, bro. My PC does not like this, by the way. That one is so easy though. I don't like jumping puzzles. That's why I have troubles. Oh my god, I swear to god. You can't turn off something. Yeah, no, I wish though. I wish you could turn off other players. I would primarily use it for MSQ though, because I don't want to see other people during my MSQ runs. I wanna experience the main story like I'm the only person around, you know? Hi, Lucy. Should I just... Oh my god. Lucy, hi. What do you want? You can turn the number... Yeah, I have the number already down. You can turn off... No, you can't turn off other people. Only with illegal things, yeah. What Rhea said. Only if you use the illegal stuff, which I would never do because I'm a good boy. I would never do such a thing. Wait, is something? No. Sure, yeah. No, honestly. So, somebody took me on a journey of how people are modding nowadays since that old plugin got taken down. I was taken on a journey, and the journey happened in Balmung. And the things I have seen, guys, I feel like a war veteran. I'm not gonna lie. There's stuff I cannot unsee. I'ma just finish. Like, there's things I would love to unsee, but I can't. It's not even the cocks everywhere, it's just... Mostly it's just, very voluptuous women. flaunting certain things out in the open that feel like I'm in the middle of a fucking VR chat sex club. It was traumatizing, I'm not gonna lie. Ali question, how many toffee fair are left? Quite a few, actually. Quite a few. Also, hi, sorry, Greasy. You have the for some reason you have the same color as Faye, and I thought you were Faye for a second. Greasy, how are you? How are you, Greasy? Oh yeah, you even wrote something. Oh, don't think of it as jumping. Think about following the downflow of piss. That's crazy. They're not as fat as... No, don't say that. But I'm sorry, I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to ignore you. How are you, Greasy? How is the heat treating you? Are you okay? Man, Can we have another gate? I don't like this one. Ah, Lucy, I can't... What do you want? Hmm? Do you also want a snack? Hold on. There you go. At least it's not like Hollow Knight. I never played Hollow Knight. Oh, I'm an idiot. I don't really like platformer games like that. I'm gonna be real with you. Heat is fine. Air conditioner helps. You know, fair. You're one of the few Germans I know that actually have air conditioning. Sad but fair, yeah. Like, I wanna play it really badly because I know the story is amazing, but if it has game mechanics that I do not agree with, I just automatically do not enjoy the game. Which is a shame, but it is what it is. Oh my god, I fucking hate jumping puzzles, bro. You know what? I'll join you. Oh, I can't stand next to you. Never mind. Just got it recently. Teddy has one and it convinced me. Teddy has one too? Holy shit. You guys are living in luxury, bro. What do you mean there's projectiles everywhere? I see. Hollow Knight was fine for me until I reached the White Palace. I have no idea what that means. But, my condolences. Dude, I can't play this in this heat. It's not a good time. It's horrible, you don't want to know. I really don't. Platformers are my enemy. Lucy, what is it? Oh wait, hold on. There you go. I give up on it instantly? Oh boy. Man, you know what? I'm gonna chill with you. I'd like to have different gates and not just... Every time I try to do a gate, it's these fucking jumping puzzles, man. I hate them. I hate them quite a lot. Time to reconsider the choices of our life, yeah. Oh, it's not even a nice view. Man. That's okay. See, I'm still a winner. I completed it. I get my MGP and I get the fuck out. The view of sadness and shame, yeah, that is my life. That do be my life. Ali, since you don't want to play it yourself, watch White Palace and Path of Pain on YouTube. I will. I'll watch it later. I'm scared of what I will see. Let's go. The only true solution to jump puzzle is head first dive off the cliff. Yeah, it doesn't even let me do that. I can't jump down the cliff. Jeez. I will. Look at this fucking nerd. With his tits out. Smacking your tits. Yeah, that's right. Bitch ass. Oh, your character has to look up, yeah. I'm very small compared to bunny girls. I'm not even there, you freak. Well, that's not my problem. Where's the air, bro? There is no air, bro. I don't know how you are at drawing, but just for that, you're definitely better than me. I mean, I like drawing. I do commissions and stuff. And I would like to be an artist one day. Everyone can be an artist. You just gotta practice. Let me see. I am dying here, so I'm a raid out, probably. Is Nibby live? Nibby is live. Excellent. That is excellent. Nibby is live, guys. We're gonna go over to Nibby. Okay. Thank you for hanging out with me, guys. I'm sorry I'm out of it. It's this fucking heat, bro, I swear to God. But I try my best. Why does the BGM sound like a MIDI file from the Sierras? I mean, it kinda is, right? The hottest take, it is. My room is fucking a sauna right now. I need to turn off my PC and I don't know, go into my basement or something. Go cool off. I will. But thanks for hanging out with me. We'll see when I can stream next. If I even survive this fucking heat, we'll see. Oh, there's no way Ash is coming in. Hi Ash, how are you? No, Sade, I'm sorry, you missed. You're too late. You didn't show up in time, that means that you hate me, and we are divorcing or whatever. No more tiramisu for you. How the fuck do I read? There we go. You just why do you sleep and not spend time with me? Like, what's wrong with you? You hate me. Just say you hate me, bro. But yeah, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Leave me the tiramisu. No such thing. I'm gonna eat it all by myself. I just bike? Yeah. The fishnet. Can I even... I don't spell her name correctly. That's crazy. Alright, let's head over to Nibby. She's my work wife. And one of my best friends. So, leave her some love. She deserves it. I'm not sure what she's up to today. Let's see. She's playing Portal 2 today. Portal 2, well, let's go. All of the puzzles. I'm not sure how she can think. I don't know how she streams that game, bro. I could not play Portal on stream. It's crazy to me. Okay, yeah, it was good to see you guys. I will see you hopefully soon. Bye bye, Ali, and good dinner. Thank you, another. You as well, you as well. Old people, you are right. I'm about to eat something. That's gonna be my dinner. Fuck you. Whatever. Okay, I will see you guys. Let's go over. Whatever. Bye bye.